Okay, today what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go to lesson 21. So what you need to make sure you do again, first and last name, hour, whatever class you're in. We're going to do lesson 21, and we're going to look at example B. Note that we only have through lesson 25. 25 is the test review, so we're almost to the end of hands-on equations, which is kind of exciting. I'm going to go to the app, Hands-on Equations 3, and we're going to be looking at the problem 21. So you can go ahead and write this down. Star minus 2 equals 6 plus x. And I'm going to go ahead and write it down in my notes. And again, I need my numbers on one side and my letters on the other, okay, or my pawns on the other. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to add 2 to each side. And again, this is not the only way to do the problem, but it's what I'm choosing to do. So star equals 8 plus x. And you'll notice that x is not by itself. So what I need to do is I need to get it by itself. And I can't subtract x from each side. So I'm going to add a star to each side because, again, what I do to one side, I must do to the other. So I have 2 star equals 8 plus x plus star. Now I've got these two to explode. You must show that. I've got some students that still aren't doing that. So make sure that you do that. And I end up with 2 star equals 8. I'm going to divide both sides by 2. I got x, or star, I'm sorry, equaling 4. And I've got x equaling negative 4. And yes, I need both of them because in the check, I'm going to use both of them to check it. So in the check, I'm going to write the original problem. Make sure that you do that. I'm going to take out my star and I'm going to put in a 4. And then I'm going to take out the x and I'm going to put in a negative 4. And if I add them, I get 2 equals 2, and it's a check. Okay? So notice there's really nothing new. What I'm doing is I'm just taking the skills that I've learned in the past, and I'm going to be doing them different ways and solving different types of problems. Right? So now I'm going to do example C. I'm going to go to the app again. I'm doing lesson 21C. Notice that it got a little bit more difficult. So I got 4 star minus a negative 3 plus x equals 2x plus a negative 7. So it's getting a little bit more complicated. So I'm going to write the problem. Just because it gets a little bit more complicated doesn't mean you can't do it. You definitely can. You just got to think about, what do I need to do? Okay. The first thing I think that I would do on this problem is, you'll notice I have the negative negative. So I'm going to make that into a chop chop and turn that into a positive. Okay, and you'll notice that I can't combine any like terms. Some students, they have a really hard time when you do the chop chop. So if you want to go ahead and rewrite the problem, go ahead and do that. You do not need to, but some students this really helps. I think the next thing that I would do is work on the numbers. And I'm going to add 7 to each side because I like positive numbers. I like to be positive, so I want to do my positive numbers right here. So I get 4 star plus 10 plus x equals 2x. Okay. And now I want to get rid of my 4 star and I want to get rid of my x. Let's see here. I can do some exploding because they're on the same side. Again, they have to be on the same side for that to occur. So I get 3 star plus 10 equals 2x. I can't subtract 3 star from each side, so I'm going to add 3x to get that explosion. Okay, and again, I need to make sure that I show the explosion. subtract 3x, subtract 3 star. Notice they're on the same side. So 10 equals 5x. I'm going to divide both sides by 5. So I have x equaling 2 and star equaling -2. And I do need both of them in this problem because in the check, I actually use both of them. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and go back up and do my check. I'm going to write the original problem. I'm going to take out my star and I'm going to put in a -2. And x I'm going to put in 2. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and do my order of operations. So I'm going to multiply first. I get -8. Here I get 4. And I'm just going to put the other stuff down around it. Okay, and then if you want to do the chop, that's just fine. You could have done it up above, but I'm going to choose to do it right now. So I get -5 plus 2 equals, and I get -3 here, and I end up with -3 equaling -3, and it's a check. Okay, so that is example C on lesson 21. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'd love to answer any questions that you may have, and keep me posted on how things are going for you.